We are with Star Television. Hello, welcome to our local news bulletin. I am Leonora Jawara. First, we have a look at the headlines. Sierra Leone Meteorological Agency, in collaboration with the Sierra Leone Maritime Agency, holds 3 days workshop with the theme Strengthen the Sierra Leone Coastal Guard Communications Network for Early Warning System Dissemination through training and provision of radio communication systems.
This particular workshop is funded by the UNDP Sierra Leone under the Coastal Project, a project of which the Met Agency, the EPA, the Fisheries and Tourism, we happen to be, of course, implementing partners, including the Maritime Administration.
UNDP signs a memorandum of understanding with Ministry of Political and Public Affairs aimed at creating an enabling environment for the conduct of a free and peaceful election and strengthen social cohesion.
Embassy of small organizations looking for support to do work in their communities to ensure peaceful elections.
The Sierra Leone Association of Journalists holds their second stakeholders meeting geared towards implementing the Cyber Safe Sierra Leone project.
The past, the bill that we passed the law, until it's a law, until it's repealed, it's a law, and we want people to be aware about the provisions. People who are musicians, journalists, ordinary people.
And in sports, the poor performance of some of the sporting disciplines in the ongoing Commonwealth Games in England is as a result of lack of proper infrastructural development in the country that is affecting the performance of athletes, according to the Chief of the Mission of Sierra Leone, Unisa Kako. All these within the headlines. Now let's get you details of the news. In a bid to strengthen safety at sea and augment effective communication system, the Sierra Leone Meteorological Agency and the Sierra Leone Maritime Agency, with support from UNDP, has commenced a 3-day workshop with the theme Strengthen the Sierra Leone Coastal Guard Communication Network for Early Warning System Dissemination through training and provision of radio communication systems. The workshop was held at the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration headquarters in Freetown. Alfie Baye was there and he files on this report.
In a bid to strengthen safety at sea and augment effective communication in our coastal area, the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration and the Sierra Leone Meteorological Agency has commenced a 3-day workshop for its staff at the administration's headquarters, Government Wharf. When making the opening remark, Deputy Director General of the Met Agency, Gabriel Parker, emphasized the need for effective safety measures for sea travelers, noting that they at the agency have been proactive in providing early warning signs. Following that, this workshop will accelerate the existing measures.
We are very much happy for this merit for us to have this particular workshop together. So as an outset, this particular workshop is funded by the UNDP Sierra Leone and under the Coastal Project, a project of which the Met Agency, the EPA, the Fisheries and Tourism, we happen to be, of course, implementing partners, including the Maritime Administrations. Within the project, basically, it's talking around the coastal, of course, areas. We've done on-the-way-to risk assessments because we all know that climate change is affecting the coastal areas. Sea level rise is affecting people around the coast, and also there have been some emergence of some insect outbreaks, even affecting the livelihood of people, and also for sea travelers.
The Director of Marine Safety, Abem Ruri, reiterated the agency's commitment in collaborating with other stakeholders, as he noted that one of their key competencies is to protect the marine environment and the lives and property. He stated that the provision of both technical and logistical support will go a long way in achieving safety in both inland waters and the coastal areas.
This search and rescue effort that we're presently carrying on now all over the country is just in terms of humanitarian efforts, pushing forward what we can do with the least we have without any much input from the public, from our private partners. Government takes all of this in its stride to ensure that this service is provided. But we want to say the UNDP, the Sierra Leone Met decided that they could also come and identify with us and share the burden of government to ensure effective and timely service delivery. The people of Sierra Leone are grateful, and I want to believe this has a positive impact in the operations of the SLME, as currently we can all see the administration is really constrained with the challenges of getting effective response based on the fact that marine radio communication is key and it is capital intensive for us to translate into success the rewards, the risks of the perils of our inland waterways and coastal waters.
Abraham Wui concluded on quite an ambitious footing by stating that they are hoping to rescue stranded seafarers in any part of the country's territorial waters within 30 minutes. For Star TV News in Freetown, Alfred Barry reporting.
Ahead of the 2023 presidential and parliamentary elections, the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Ministry of Political and Public Affairs. The Memorandum of Understanding is intended to support and promote the creation of an enabling environment for the conduct of a free and peaceful election and to strengthen social cohesion. Moses Ojukamara tells us more.
Free and fair elections sustain the political legitimacy of democratic government. Peaceful elections facilitate development and enhance investor confidence in the economy for positive growth. Since Sierra Leone's independence in 1961, its democratic culture have experienced its fair share of chaos and violence. The signed Memorandum of Understanding embodies workable solutions that seek to prevent election-related conflict and promote peaceful social cohesiveness.
Let me take this opportunity to thank the UNDP team for working alongside my ministry and other partners in developing and supporting a project that will guarantee the sustainability of peace and national cohesion in Sierra Leone.
Donor partners express gratitude for the significant end products that reflect some of their commitments in the country.
And I've only been here 2 weeks, but in that very short time, I've seen many communications come to the embassy of small organizations looking for support to do work in their communities to ensure peaceful elections. So I can see that there is a great desire among the Sierra Leone public that we do have peaceful, credible elections next year. So I think all of the work that your ministry and the Electoral Commission and others are doing with the support of the international community and in particular UNDP, I think is so important. So I'm very happy to be here today and to see this project.
I had the opportunity recently to visit Tonkolili district during the recent by-elections twice. And I had the opportunity, the first-hand opportunity to witness how important it is that there are efforts in the field, on the ground, to build peace, to prevent election-related violence. And I think it's going to be very important in 2023 to continue to sustain those efforts.
$3 million United States dollars is the budget that seeks to promote the creation of an enabling environment for the conduct of peaceful elections and the strengthening of social cohesion in Sierra Leone. Moses Ojukamara, Star News in Freetown.
The Sierra Leone Association of Journalists has held their second stakeholders meeting, which is geared towards implementing the CyberSafe Sierra Leone project that is aimed at supporting and defending online rights and free expression in the country, which simultaneously bolstering digital literacy and improving the adoption of cybersecurity practices among internet users in the country. Hassan Kuruma was part of the stakeholders meeting and spoke to Ahmed Nasrallah, president of SLAJ, in this interview.
And it's a workshop, the second workshop under this project. We invited stakeholders who are involved in the consultations for the enactment of the Cyber Security and Climate 2021 to come together and look at the provisions in this law, pick out those potentially dangerous provisions, so that we raise awareness about these provisions, so that the public understands those provisions, and also build advocacy around these provisions. Also look at the provisions relating to bodies or structures that the Act provided for, that the government should put in place for the implementation of this law, whether they have been put in place and why we need to embark on our advocacy to remind government to put something in place, so that when they come to implementation, the structures they are working. So basically this is the workshop that we're bringing them all together to hear their views and highlight the areas, and together we develop messages and advocacy strategies, so that we ensure that when this law is fully implemented, the public is aware, people are aware about the provision. The law has been passed, the bill has been passed into law, until it's a law, until it's repealed, it's a law, and we want people to be aware about the provisions. People who are musicians, journalists, ordinary people, and bloggers, people who use the internet, everybody should be aware about the provision, because they are here and it's a law, and they should be aware of what they will come to conflict with the law. So basically that's why we did this session. We invited legal experts, both nationally and internationally. They gave us their perspective, and together as a media, we take position statement regarding this law. And fortunately, some of the recommendations that the concerns that we raised in that position statement, they are adopted by Parliament when they are passing the law. Unfortunately, others we are not captured. And so those are some of the things that we are concerned about. For example, one, the council, the regulating council that the law provided for. We raised concern that, and we advocated that the SLAG should be there to represent the media, and there should be a civil society organization to represent civil society organization in that council. Unfortunately, when the law was passed, you see that 90% of the composition of that council are government people. The police and the judiciary have started implementing the law as early as now, without even some of the structures being set up. The law has been tested, and although one of the victims pleaded guilty that was serving under this law, and because we have wanted for the law to be tested, so that we see some of the lacunas, some of the gaps, so that we can address them. But since the law is here now, then we have a responsibility now to ensure that we raise the awareness about what are the provisions and why we need to do it. Because now we're coming to elections. The election is just around the corner, and people will be discussing so many things. People will be expressing themselves. Some people will be so angry that they will express themselves without any restraint. And those people are likely to come in contact with law. And so we have to start now to educate them, so that they know that if you insult somebody, if you provoke somebody, it's a crime in this law. They're criminal offenses. And so once you know that, then you will desist from doing those things.
In case you just joined us, this is the local news bulletin here on Star TV. Now, the Grassroots Foundation, in partnership with the Jagaban Movement, as on Wednesday, August 3rd, supported 63 female traders from 2 different communities with a sum of 100 million loan without interest to help them in their respective businesses. Here's the report.
Baba Kamara, the project coordinator of the Grassroots Foundation Sierra Leone, explained the aims and objectives of their organization, stating that they are helping women in different capacity. He added that the 100 million loans will be shared among 63 women with no interest in return.
We help with small token, we for help boost their business, what they can do, so that they also because we different women already to go without naturally do. So now we can call and can assist with small fund. Well, in the past years then and months then, we don't help different women them with different helps them. Where before say the woman they pass the message to a young company woman them when they make the can at this office or they meet with us when Mr. Mohammed Kamara when they call Jagaban for help. So if I them now in office, say me the can we office so that the Grassroots Foundation will partner with the Jagaban movement for help the woman there, make their life go upgrade. So they can come here, we can come help them with some amount, wait for say can help them business for go. Well, the money that we can give to the woman there, so we can give them a free interest loan. When they put no interest they put it, how we give them naturally return, we give them long time for me to turn back. We get to like 4 months or 5 months so that you can turn back. Wait till we give them and you can give it back. The companies or your organization they just come around top. Say them money they are okay, they still paying people in it. Make we will lesser for them. Lesser in the sense the interest we can put. Because at times the interest we can put can be a burden to the people we can make sure people keep on away, so people can get away for payback because of why the interest where they put. Because if you don't go put interest, say where I give you this, I want so in return. That person go see as strange. Anything can happen like sickness and kidney, not to get the life, now God not get the life. So I go give this advice to the company donor pattern and say, we're going to give them loan there, make all the put on in interest, make it be interest free.
Abubakar Kamara, a field officer of the Grassroots Foundation, highlighted the reason why they choose to loan the traders. He said their organization had plans to help pupils with school materials when school reopened.
Actually, as we all know the situation of this country, vulnerable people and plenty, and especially to the grassroots traders them, they don't get better capital. And the sponsor of this office, when Mr. Mohammed Kamara, commonly known as Jagaban, thought and fit see for help for pushing out the suffering of the people, especially the grassroots traders there. So therefore, he decided to give this soft loan, with a non-interest loan, to all the women and vulnerable people, especially the slum communities, when I like this Mabela area, and got other areas that will give them all the loan there, not only Mabela. We get real source how they allocate the people there, because we get outreach management when they go out there and source information for know the real beneficiaries that will fit forget this loan. We target the health center in certain communities. For example, if we go to Mabela, we ask for the Monday, ask for the charity, then we do, from them we get information from them. Then besides the information, we say they go in the background for check also whether the information whether they get correct.
Sure they pay on time. The beneficiaries called on other organizations to follow the good work of the Grassroots Foundation Sierra Leone.
Like when I see us, we all glad and we happy 100%. So they do a big respect for that and the effort I make. So we all glad. So like what you wanna tell me, this money we not expect so they get about entire. So the effort to the padu and we brought away to now before for this money, we all glad and we not ever make we disgrace her or molest or let her down. So the diligence don't take for this money. Like what they don't give us so today, we will always flop their promise and we will make efforts. We'll pay the money any month. Like what don't talk say any month. Inside the 4 months we ask for me to help you. They don't assist. They don't take that all day. So any month we're ready for dinner.
We feel happy because right now it's not easy for make somebody can give you money for do business. And we tell them plenty thank you for this way don't do for we today. We the woman them for do business. We're so happy for them. Woman way they na host. Now when you get business way they do, now you go able to help you man. Because right now job no day to them man them. So we the woman them how they do business at least we go able to help you man them concerning about the picking them na host and the food business. What they do business so at least when you profit, you go able to lay the money, the profit, you go able to do something at the house. Where you save, at least where your family they will survive for the day. When they do business, if you find out the way they do business, if you then give 100,000, you will able to do business where you go able to profit, the money now and the profit where you go able to get 200,000, where at least where you go able to take 50,000 loans there for do something at us, and you go able to lay you the money where they go buy business money, turn back again, and you go able to lay small profit, where at least where you go able to return this money back again, like company come and back let them survive.
For Star TV News, compiled by Ahmed Jones Kamara, read in the studio by Hassanatu Kamara.
Wakal Commercial Bank continues to be recognized both locally and internationally and has recently been recognized by the World Business Outlook for its innovation, creativity, and its drive to create value. Millicent Cole is head of corporate affairs and customer service at Wakal Commercial Bank. She spoke to my colleague Abdulrahman Kamara in this interview on the importance of the award.
I must confess that we are very excited to receive this prestigious award. I mean, this is not the very first award the bank has received. The bank has been receiving a lot of awards over the years since Dr. Gilpin took over as managing director of this bank and, came in with that bold step to create a lot of creativity and innovation in the bank and brought local commercial bank to the limelight. And the bank continues to soar high on that pedestal or on that pinnacle. And today we have received this award from World Business Outlook. It is an international body. We received the nomination. They informed us about the nomination. They informed us that they have been following the bank, the progress of the bank, the activities of the bank. They have been following keenly, and they believe that, they should nominate local commercial bank for this prestigious award amongst the 14 banks in Sierra Leone. We accepted the nomination. They gave us certain criteria, questionnaires that we had to fill in, which we did. And at some stage, when it went to the next stage for the selection, they came back to say that the selection committee is happy with what we have submitted and with what also their own research on the bank. And finally, they came back to us a few months ago to say that we have been successful and we are going to receive this award. But that was just an email, right? But then today, the actual trophy, you can tell that this is really, really, really a prestigious trophy. Even the weight is a 4D trophy, 4-dimensional trophy, and also an eyeglass certificate which we have received as a bank, and we are very happy. This definitely will find a prominent place amongst the many awards we have received in the past as a bank. And we are grateful to God, and we are also grateful to our numerous customers.
Let's round up a news bulletin. Let's see what's happening in the sporting world. As the Chief of the Mission of Sierra Leone, Eunice Akagbo, has attributed the poor performance of some of the sporting disciplines in the ongoing Commonwealth Games in England as a result of lack of proper infrastructural development in the country, which he noted is affecting the performance of athletes. Here is a sports correspondent, Hilton John, with more.
Hello everyone, welcome for today's sporting news. Now, the 9 sporting disciplines are representing the country in the ongoing 2022 Commonwealth Games in England have a bad start in the ongoing competition. According to the Chief of the Mission of the country, Eunice Akagbo, over 5 sporting disciplines who have participated are yet to win a single medal. Eunice Akagbo said it's because of the poor infrastructure in the country that's responsible for the dismal performance of these athletes. Eunice Akagbo explained more to Star Sports about the current situation in Birmingham.
For getting us there, we are here live here in Birmingham. We are the Commonwealth Games 2022 is currently taking place. The closing ceremony is coming closer, but as I tell you, Sierra Leone has been participating in different sports events. But I can tell you, it's a mixture of disappointment and at the same time satisfaction. We had satisfaction in some events, like in athletics. The athletes did very well. Yes, they didn't progress to the next stage of the competition. They all, we are eliminated in the first rounds, but all of them had their personal best. That tells you there was an improvement in their participation. Now, today, as we speak now, we will see the athletes in the 200 meters, and that will be the last event for Athletics Sierra Leone. We have also seen our boxers. That was also another mixture. We had Yusuf Dinkagbo, and John Brown. They did extremely well. It was a split decision that actually deprived Sierra Leone from a win in that race, but it was also a very good performance for Sierra Leone. That is where we also had another disappointment, and that is for the women's boxing. Sarah Jo from Canada, who was the medal hopeful. A lot of people have spoken highly about her performance. We thought she was going to bring medal for Sierra Leone, but unfortunately, she failed the medical test, and she was prevented from boxing for Sierra Leone. Now, you might want to ask why. We were also disappointed, devastated when that news came out that Sarah couldn't box because she failed the medical test. She had a thumb injury, and also on her weight, she had a 0.1 on top of the registered weight of 50 kilograms. So that was actually a disappointing. But when Zainab took the ring, she fought very well. She couldn't win, but she also did her best. We had a disappointment in badminton. The athlete Abdullah played against Ghana. He didn't play very well, so that was also a disappointment. Yesterday was a Super Wednesday for Sierra Leone. We saw George Wyndham playing the table tennis wheelchair. He also played well. He lost the first game to India by 3 sets to 2, and then he lost the second match to England by 3-1. So he will be playing the last game against Nigeria. But I think he's out of that competition because there were 4 of them in the group of quarterfinals. So 2 will progress to the semi-final stage. So I don't see how he can progress in that.
So this is a big setback for our sports discipline in the ongoing Commonwealth Games. No positive results. We hope to get maybe 1 or 2 at the end of the competition. The Summer Foundation has officially presented Team Jersey and 4 balls to Regent Olympic Football Club. Regent Olympic Football Club is one of the oldest clubs in the Eastern Sierra Leone football, although they relegated 13 years ago in the top tier league. According to the chairman of the club, Alhaji Umar Ba, they have certified with these gifts from the Summer Foundation, owned by Bundu Hayes, former journalist and also referee. Here is the report. The Summer Foundation is a non-profitable organization based in Sierra Leone who come to the aid of community football teams, Premier League club, sporting association across the country. They have officially presented a jersey and 4 balls to Regent Olympic, one of the oldest clubs in the East of Sierra Leone football, who was in the Premier League 14 years back, and now they are one of the qualifiers for the National Playoff 2022. Country Director of the Summer Foundation of Sierra Leone, Sheku Conte, said the Summer Foundation has been in existence for the past 6 years, giving support across the country. They decided to give support to one of the oldest football clubs in the country, Real Republicans, as they are preparing to compete in this year's playoff. Sheku explained more to Star Sports about the Summer Foundation.
The Summer Foundation is a foundation where the CEO na Bundu Hayes, when a FIFA referee, Israelis who reside in America, when a former president of SWAS and Sports Writers Association of Sierra Leone, where he did my feet for name this foundation after his late mama, may also rest in peace, because of the kind of role where in mama playing in life, we make able to achieve unto this day. So he did my feet for paying the foundation back by giving the name unto this in late mama, Mami Sama. And with much I do, also the foundation is a non-profit organization where at least we serve the interest of vulnerable and things they can afford, but at least we really call the interest of the association for see how we self came for donate and assist them, for see how we pay back to our community and societies and to schools them, for make we see how schools them become relevant in terms of playing football, especially for see how we bring grassroots sports to the limelight. And today is a very important day the history of the foundation for making we can. I first time we meet with Tvnews Republicans and once a Premier League team like the country, we demand fit for see how we say we meet with them, continue for the established relationship and see how football they continue for the growth at this part of the country because they cannot do everything alone.
Receiving the donated item on behalf of Real Republicans, Alhaji Umar Ba, Chairman of the club thanked Sama Foundation for their timely support. He said they will make good use of these donated items.
We're grateful, we appreciate this gesture. Me, I'm not surprised because I know Mr. Bundu Hayes. Make God sorry for the late Mami, today. Mr. Bundu Hayes, we all know him, saying sport loving somebody. We all know the role we play for football in this country. So on behalf of the club, we are very grateful, and I didn't touch with him anyway with the talk. It surprised me one day when he called me, say, this is what I want for people Republicans, and I will continue for the good more. We are very grateful, and thank you very much for your effort also. Thank you very much to the foundation. We pray say the foundation grow more. We pray say whatever one of the put on God put in blessing. Thank you very much, and I think
the team captain of Real Republicans thanked the executive of the foundation for their support. He said this will inspire them as they are preparing to represent the club in this year's national playoff that will kickstart on the 12th of August 2022 in the eastern region and the northern part of Sierra Leone. For Star TV Sports in Freetown, I am Elton John reporting. So this is the timely support from the Sama Foundation owned by Bundu Hayes. I want to congratulations to the foundation giving support to various sporting disciplines and also football teams across the country. So that's all for sports. For today's news, let's play for our athletes so that they will do well in the ongoing Commonwealth Games.
And with that, we bring down the party in the news bulletin 5 for today. Thank you for watching. I am Leona Lajawala. Stay with us if you can.